Very good morning, students. Today we are moving to the next part, that is weather and climate. We have already studied about weather and climate in 6th standard. What is weather and what is climate? What is the difference between weather and climate? It is going to rain today. It will be bright and sunny today. How many times have we heard this from anxious cricket fans speculating the fate of the one day match? Nowadays not one day match, 2020 we are IPL and 2020 like that things only. And if it is rainy day they can't play, so used to get like that questions from the people. If we imagine our body to be a radio and the mind is the speaker, weather is something that the fiddles with the control its control with its fiddles with its control knobs. Means the if you are making like that, our body is a radio, then our mind is the speaker and the fiddle knob, we are arranging the stations. These things it is very new to you people, because we are doing everything with remote control, so you can't understand that knob and other things. Okay, it is the this weather is the remote control of the of that radio. Weather is this hour to hour, day to day condition of the atmosphere. Please underline that one. Weather means what it is. It is a weather is the is this hour to hour, day to day condition of the atmosphere. Means whenever it may change. Now in the morning 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock it may be feeling like that rainy day. After half an hour it may feel like that sunny day. Again after 1 hour, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock we may feel like that again going to be rain like that. That is known as weather. A hot or humid weather may make one irritable. We are getting irritation like that. We are getting the different weathers like that. If it is so hot, means too hot in summer days we are getting irritation, and much humid means every time it is like that 24 hours rain like that for many days, that also it will make irritation in us. Then a pleasant breezy weather may make our cheerful and even plan for an outing. When the weather is good, a pleasant one, and there is no that much rain and not that much hot also, as well as we are having enough wind breeze, then we will feel like that to go outing. Weather can change dramatically from day to day. Not only day to day, hour to hour it may change. However, the average weather condition of a place for a long period of time represents the climate of the place. Please underline that one. What is a climate? It is an average weather condition of a place for a long period of time, 10 years or 5 years time. If we are getting the more or less same weather, then we are saying that is the climate of that place. Now do you understand why we live daily weather forecast? In news TV, after the main news we can see the weather telecast in private channels also, and the government DD channels also we can see the weather forecast. And why they are saying like that? Because it may change hour to hour, and sometimes they will say it will be rainy day today, but it won't get any rain. And today evening you want to look at the sky and you want to predict it will be rainy day. Or evening means after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock you can go outside and watch. Means not to friends, just out of your house, come out of your house and just look at the sky, and means you say like that it will be rainy day or hot day. This means today night, as well as tomorrow morning. From looking to the sky you can are we able to identify. Then what all things are controlling the weather and climate, or what all things are included in the weather and climate? That is temperature, then moisture, air pressure like the wind, and etc. that we already in introduction part we have seen. So we are going to see one by one. First one, it is temperature. Temperature you feel every day. is the temperature of the atmosphere every day. Some days if it is the winter day, the temperature will be very less, and especially the northern states, which states are near to Himalaya, they are feeling more cold in the winter season, and that is the, it may go to minus also. That is the temperature of that area of the atmosphere. And the degree of the hotness and coldness of the air is known as the temperature. Please underline what is temperature. It may ask us a definition question, define temperature, or what do you mean by temperature. Then the degree of hotness and coldness of the air is known as the temperature. And if you are listening the forecasting of weather, we can hear like that the maximum temperature as well as the minimum temperature, and that both they will say like that 36 degree that is the maximum, and 23 or 25 degree that is the minimum, like that we used to say. From this we can understand the degree of hotness as well as the coldness of the air is known as temperature. Then the temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between the day and night but also from season to season. Means we know the different season, rainy season, summer season, winter season, like that. And in the winter season the hotness will be very less, or temperature will be very, and the summer days it will be very high. Not only day and night temperature differences, at the same time seasonal changes also we can see. An important factor that influence the distribution of the temperature is insolation. What is it is deciding the temperature of the factor which is influencing the temperature, that is insolation. Insolation is the incoming solar energy in intercepts by the earth. Please underline that one. What is insolation? The solar energy is coming and how much the earth is receiving, that is insolation. According to that the temperature is varying. According to insolation the temperature it will vary. The amount of insolation decrease from the equator towards the poles. How much the it is getting the sunlight or the heat, that is very maximum we can see in the equator. And what do you know equator, that you know already what is equator. If you are drawing, this is the globe, and this middle part with 0 degree, this is the equator. And equator, and here it both poles, this is north pole, and here we can see south pole. And the temperature it is decreasing according to from equator area it is getting maximum, and which when we are moving to poles it is decreasing, temperature will decrease. And if it is north pole or south pole, both time it will decrease, because the sunlight it is coming not in the straight, and it is coming in a slanting way. That's why the temperature will decrease. Then therefore the temperature decrease in the same manner. And now do you understand why poles are covered with snow? And why it is covered with snow? Because the sunlight it is not coming directly there, it is coming in a slanting way. That's why it is covered with snow. And if the earth temperature rises too high, it would become too warm for some crop to grow. Means in the some area where we can see the where is the maximum temperature area, in that area what we can see, the even though it is temperature it is increasing, and if the earth temperature rises too high, then if it is coming too high, and it would become too warm for some crops to grow. Some crop for some cropping it is good, the summer season it is good for some crops, that we know, like that some crops especially this what we can say not bajra, jowari, like that things we can cultivate in the even in the summer season. Only it want to get little bit of water, and we can cultivate it. Temperature in the cities is much higher than that of villages. In the villages we are getting less heat when we are comparing with cities. Cities, why it is much heated? Because of the presence of the motor vehicles and the factories. That's why we can see it is having maximum temperature. At the same time, we can see the in the cities we are having the concrete building and using metals, maximum metals in the houses, means iron and other things, that also influencing the temperature when we are comparing with the cities. And the concrete and the metals in the building and the asphalts of the road get heated up during in the day, means the black roads, that is also getting heated. And again the vehicles, that also making the cities very hot, and this heat is released during the night also. The daytime the earth is getting heated, the building, and the night time it will release. And also the crowded high rise building for the cities trap the warm air and thus raises the temperature of the cities. We already said the concrete building, that also multi-storied building. If you are going to Mumbai, like that area, 30 floor, 40 floor buildings, we can see that area. That also one of the reason for high temperature in the cities. So we discuss about the what is weather and climate, and another one we discuss about temperature and how it is from what is the condition of how this temperature is, how the temperature is influencing the weather and climate, that also we discuss. And the temperature we are getting in the equator area maxima, and when we are moving to the poles it is decreasing, that's why poles are covered with snow. And when we are comparing with villages and cities having more temperature than the villages. And some of the crops for some of the crops it needed high temperature for that. For example, rice. If you are cultivating rice, if we want to get water, that is there. I am not saying like that without water. With water we should get enough rainfall, enough humidity. At the same time, with a high temperature, the rice cultivation is we can do it very nicely. So we will stop it here, and we will take next come to next video.